it's time. Time to finish this. We started up JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Golden Wind. I don't know, it feels like it's been a couple weeks. Few weeks, maybe a month. Been a little while, but here we are at the end of the game. Last we left off, we were like right in front of the Coliseum, I think. So kind of in and around that part. And we fought Oasis and Green Day. Those are the stand names. I don't remember the stand usernames. But one of those levels was really hard. Yeah, it was overall, it was a good time. Yeah, so anyway, we're picking up where we left off. And thank God this thing has saves, like a virtual memory card, because my save state was like from the previous stream, like before I even started. So I got a little freaked out when I loaded the save state, and it wasn't exactly where we left off. But we're okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and get on into chapter 11-1. Their name is Diavolo. Finally, the boss is revealed. We've seen a little bit of Doppio here and there, but not the boss himself. And in line with that, yeah, there's not a whole lot left in the story. The only reason I'm thinking like this might take a full stream is because this game gets so goddamn hard sometimes, and I just don't know what to expect half the time. So we might be at this for a little bit, but hopefully not too long. Let's check it out, see what happens. I mean, this is the last destination on the thing, so they're not doing like the Rolling Stone epilogue, I hope not.
の敵を倒すことができたブチャラティだったが、彼の体は限界に来ているようだった。自分の体が動かなくなる前に目的地コロッセオに到着しようと必死で歩いていた。その途中、なぜかトリッシュと出会い、二人でコロッセオに入っていった。ブチャラティは気づいていなかった。自分と一緒にいるトリッシュが偽物だということを。一方でジョルノたちもヘリの男を倒した後、少し遅れてコロッセオに入っていった。
次はどっちへ向かえばいい？
階段を登るんだ。トリッシュ、君に会えてよかった。負傷した俺を。
Rolling Stones have an epilogue. It's the name of a stand. It's a weird little bit that they did in the anime, but I don't know if it was part of the original story.
ブチャラティのやつはすでに死体なのだ。私と娘は魂の形において似た匂いを持つ。その部分だけをお前に与えた。ブチャラティの見ているものは娘の形だけだ。そのまま気づかないふりをしろ。誰かいる。上階の石壁の影。やはり
I'm doing a great job at explaining what's going on here.
と会うことだったようだな。
It's kind of like the story's flying by the seat of its pants.
一歩でもそこの階段を登ったら約束は消えることになる。
ドッピオ、なんとかして近づけ。
まずいよ、近づく前にバレちまうぞボス。
俺の名はブローのブチャラティ。あんたがボスを倒す可能性を持っていると言ったから信用してここまで来た。
分かっている。しかし君の隣にいる人物は誰だ？俺の持っているデータには記憶がどこにもない。
あるはずがない。トリッシュは組織のものではないが、俺たちの仲間だ。スタンド使いでもある。
スタンドが見たい。そうすれば安心する、トリッシュ。
ボス、マジに何者だ？戦闘経験の豊富なやつだ。スタンドの周りを
That's a big hair.
に計算に入れている。
Yeah, Polnareff always had a
あの男
towering
何か持ってるぞ。
presence with his
あれ
hairstyle.
はまさか矢か。なんで持っているんだ。そうか。一人心当たりがあった。あの男か。殺したはずのやつか。ならば俺が自ら戦うしかないな。
ブチャラティ、どこに行った隣のやつは。消えた。まさか。
Close up on Doppio's face. Oh boy.
これは試練だ。過去に打ち勝てという試練と俺は受け取った。え？お前もそうだろ？ ジャンピエール・ポルナレフ。
貴様はまさかディアボロ。
数年前海にばらまいてやったはずのお前がどうやって生きていたのかはどうでもいい。重要なのはお前が何しに来たかだ。ブチャラティどもに何かを伝えようとしているな。
その階段に足をかけるんじゃねえ。俺は上、貴様は下だ。
He does have the high
お
ground.
前が下だ、ポルナレフ。お前が地獄の下にいれば矢を何に使おうともう何も問題はない。
Okay. Diavolo's face. Oh no! Oh no! We have to play as Polnareff? Alright. Boy. Diavolo, somehow, I have to protect this hope. Okay. Attack Diavolo. What alright, well, still got Silver Chariot, but... Oh no.
ミミズのように入れてくる。
It's been a while since I played this, so I don't even remember... Oh hey, the blood splatter in the face thing. I don't even remember what the controls are. Ooh, that worked.
ディアボロだとは。
I guess Silver Chariot helps him out if he gets knocked off of the wheelchair, but I'm wondering how this works.
未熟な俺の過去を乗り越えな。
What's happening? See, this is one of those things. This game does a really good job of recreating a lot of the instances that happen, you know, in the actual story, what really happened, but the thing is, it doesn't explain any of it, which is a bit unfortunate. So, like, anybody that's not familiar with the source material is probably going to be lost. So, Polnareff was a character that was in part 3 of JoJo in the Stardust Crusaders segment. He was one of the main allies, one of the main characters. He actually had a lot of screen time compared to a lot of the other characters, so he was, I don't know, I guess if he wasn't a fan favorite, he was definitely one of Araki's favorites, but this is gonna be hard. But anyway, at some point between part 3 and this part 5, he was trying to find the boss of the gang, and oh my god, he found him, and he had a confrontation with him, and then he lost both his legs, and I think his arm. So now he's confined to a wheelchair. He can still use a stand, but it ain't looking so great for him. Oh my god. Because I was like, combo attacks, try using a stand, shoot at the end of a combo. I can't, like, get in there to use a combo. That's the problem. So, I don't know what the hell is going on. We'll try. Anyway, and then as we've sort of discussed Diavolo's power, or the bosses, I don't know if we were talking about who exactly had it, but his King Crimson... It's basically a time stop ability. It isn't. It's kind of weird. But for the purpose of, you know, streamlining the explanation, it basically is just a time stop. And in the original, he had splashed some blood into Polnareff's eye to blind him while time was kind of stopped, which is why the blood pops up on the screen during the time stops. Oh, we shot the sword. Didn't see that coming, I guess. can't really get up to maneuver or anything. Okay, this works. Didn't see this one coming, did you, Diavolo? We're just stun locking him in the corner. Yeah, it works for me. Okay, fine. Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. This game gets so cheap sometimes, like, with what it throws at you. It's a shame, I got two, I don't even know why I got two secret factors that first round that we attempted. So I'm not too sure what the other one was. I felt like I just shot him with the shoot attack twice. But anyway, yeah, this game really kicks your ass sometimes, so if I could ever take an advantage, even if it's viewed as cheap, I'm gonna do it. Exactly, whatever works.
その精神力、タイミングも天才的だ。もう少し近づいていたら深くダメージを受けていた。
なんてことだ。誰よりも早くここに来たのがディアボロだとは。だが、何としても希望だけは守らなくては。
すでに射程距離に入っている。今度は逃がさない。キングクリムゾン、食らえ！なんだこれは。矢がスタンド。この矢はチャリオットに何をしているのだ。
これは矢をディアボロに渡さないための賭けだ。戦闘者として再起不能の俺は矢を完全に操るパワーはすでにない。あの矢を完全に制する者がこの世を制する者となる。食らえ！数年かけて何かとてつもない矢の秘密を見つけ時期を待ったらしいが、ポルナレフ、残念だったな。しかしこの俺のためにお前は立派に役に立ったぞ。あとは矢の謎を解くだけだ。何？貴様何者だ？いつからそこにいる？誰だお前は？なんだ？
It's supposed to be like flared out pants, but it looks like he's got a massive ass.
Double cheek.
矢を返せ！貴様！止まれと言ってるんだ！こっちに顔を向け！なぜ座るんだ？これはもしかしてあの矢の
なんてことだ。間に合わない。
Okay.
殺せの男はもうボスの射程の中に入っている。
I was trying to remember why things happened that haven't happened yet in the game, but how they happened in the story. But I don't know if I should rely on the game to tell me. It seems to skip a lot.
様子が変だ。おかしい。この気分は。みんなもなんだ一体。眠ってしまってすでに夜が明けてる。6、7時間ぐらい過ぎてるのか。みんなも起き出してきた。僕たちずっと眠ってこれは俺とジョルノの体が、いや心だ、精神が、まさか眠ってる間に眠った者同士が、二人の精神が、俺とジョルノ、ミスターとトリッシュ、お互い二人の精神が肉体を超えて入れ替わったのかよ。
ブチャラティの肉体にも他の誰かが入っているはず。ならばそれは誰？
ブチャラティ。彼のことは目覚めるまで何もわからないということか。それまで目を離してはいけない。
聞いてくれ、ならん。いや、ジョルノか。
誰だお前は。
私の名はポルナレフ。このコロッセオで君たちと会う約束をしたが、
Polnareff got the turtle.
ディアボロに追い詰められ、約束を
I had a friend that said he gave up on Golden Wind. He's like, once I saw a Polnareff
この亀と魂を
inside a turtle or whatever, however he phrased it, he's like, I just gave up. I didn't want to watch anymore. Like, there's only 2 episodes left after that, I'm pretty sure. Should have just pushed through. Actually, if you just wanted a conclusion to the main story, it would have just been like 1 episode.
ボスと何があったのだ。奴はどうなった？
The series just got too silly for
どこ
me.
にいるのだ。
I'm thinking, at what point did that not apply in Diamond is Unbreakable with like that entire season, or you know, various parts of Stardust Crusaders?
あの矢の力を使えば、そのものは全ての生き物の精神を支配する力を持つことになる。
But I don't make the rules, so I don't know.
それをコントロールする
I guess
力
he
は
was
な
just
い。
at his wit's end.
そして私は待ったんだ。ディアボロの正体を探る君たちのようなものが現れるのを。
矢を手に入れるというのは、あんたのチャリオッツを殺すと解釈していいのかな。
構わない。どっちみち矢を取り上げれば、チャリオッツは消滅するんだからな。それに、私はすでに始末されている。それと、もう一つとても信じられない重要なことを伝えておく。ボスは2人組だ。トリッシュに化けて、なぜかブチャラティを騙せた小僧がいる。
なんですって？どういうこと？
私にも見当がつかない。しかしいたのだ。あの小僧がいなければ。
He has no idea, neither does anyone
俺はあ
else.
そこまでディアボロを近づけさせなかった。
ジョルノ、9時の方向の右側のゲートに動く者がいる。
Oh yeah,
人
they
間
could use each other's
人間
stands.
が一人ゲートから走って入ってくるぞ。
こいつはあの顔は
ディアボロ。
待て、ジョルノ。左の闇の中をよく見ろ。チャリオッツ・レクイエムとでも呼ぼうか。あれが矢で進化した私のチャリオッツだ。
あれはまずい。矢を取ろうとしているぞ。
待て、このスタンドは
スティッキーフィンガーズ。あいつはブチャラティ。ブチャラティの魂だ。ブチャラティ、その矢を制すれば全ては終わる。
分かった。矢を手に入れたらいいんだな。
Okay. Are we gonna attempt to do that? Do we get to play as Diavolo? Sort of? Defeat Requiem before it leaves the Colosseo. Can't beat this thing before it leaves the Colosseo. There's no hope.
多分これが完全暴走状態
Wait, what?
レクイエムのスタンド能力だ。
I can't use my own stand? What the hell?
私の心の底を受け継いで矢を守るスタンドになった。レクイエムはあらゆるものから矢が取られるのを自動的に防御しているのだ。
ブチャラティが矢を手に入れる。これで全てが終わるぜ。
矢に触れようがするもの。こいつ自身の
I shot it and it shot me.
矢を防御している。
どうやってゲットすればいいのよ。矢を手に入れる、そんな方法があるというの？
Pushing it closer. I think maybe like the stands were weaker when they were in the other bodies. Like they didn't have full capabilities, so maybe that's why I'm not able to do like the shoot.
こ
Can't catch a break with this guy, though. I don't remember the stand, like, turning on you, or there being another version of your stand or whatever. It's kind of weird.
その矢を制すれば全ては終わる。
So I can just push it back a little bit. It's not timed, it's just a distance thing. I hate how I get interrupted shoot.
矢は精神を支配するパワーを持つ。これがその一端だというのか。
It's like a reverse of that one mission with Trish, where we were trying to fight Notorious B.I.G. I mean, the running tackle actually does a decent amount of damage, and it pushes him back quite a bit, so it's not a bad tactic. Just once the other sticky fingers gets a hold of me, boy, sometimes it's hard to break away. Especially if I get zipped up on the ground. Take a gamble and just do a running tackle from behind. Alright. It's not every mission I get to beat it on the first try. Thank you.
おい、拾われるぞ。矢を拾われちまうぞ。何が起こったんだ。
多分これが完全暴走状態になったレクイエムだ。あらゆるものから矢が取られるのを自動的に防御しているのだ。
するってえとさ、どうすんだよ。
ミスター、奴の体が目覚めたぞ。起き上がる。今は矢の追跡は後だ。ミスター、撃て、奴を。やったか。
お、なんだと。飛んだぞ。今時間が数秒消すとんだぞ。あいつは本当にディアボロなのか。答えはわからないが、
Just some random bystander.
時が消し飛んだというのなら、あの体はキングクリムゾンを操るディアボロではないのは確かだ。
ならんちゃ。周囲はどうなってる。他に近づく者はいないか。ならんちゃ。ならんちゃ。
早くならんちゃを下ろすんだ。
こんなことは絶対にありえない。ディアボロが2人いない限り絶対にこんな。2人。あの小僧とディアボロ、まさか2人いるのか。肉体は一つなのに精神は2つ。
ならんちゃ。手当てを、ジョルノ。
ナランチャの魂はもう行ってしまった。間に合わなかった。すでに空洞なんだ。僕がこの自分の体に戻れるくらい。
すでにいないんだ。ナランチャはもう元の体に戻った。ナランチャの魂は行ってしまった。
俺、これが終わって故郷に帰ったら学校行こうと思ってたんだ。頭悪いって他のやつにバカにされるのも結構いいかもなって。
Oh yeah.
わかった。
That was like the tip-off that he was going to die when he was like, oh yeah, after this, I'm gonna go home and do all these things. All these future plans. Yep. It was a telltale sign somebody's gonna kick the bucket.
もう一つは偶然なのかどこかの誰かの肉体に入ってしまったのだ。それがディアボロだ。奴がまずナランチャを襲ったのはレーダーを叩くためだ。どっちみちキングクリムゾンを倒すには奴よりも早く矢を追跡し取り上げるしかない。
レクイエムはどっちへ向かった？
左方向だ。奴が歩いていく方向から人々は目覚めているようだ。
ナランチャ、君を必ず故郷に連れて帰る。待っててください。
近づく者に用心しろ。行くぞ。
ボス、そいつの体に行ったですね。確かにそこにいるのなら僕たちの勝ちだ。でも寂しいよボス。いつものように電話ください。待ってます。で
レクイエムを倒す方法を見つけるのだ。なんとかしてあの矢を俺たちのものにしないと。追うんだ。そうだ、いいぞ。近づけ。レクイエム、もっと近づくんだ。今だ。
I forget what exactly was going on here. I think Diavolo was like in King Crimson that somehow attached itself to Trish. I think. Yeah. I don't know. It was weird.
俺たちを攻撃しねえで走ってるんだ。まさか奴は矢をレクイエムから取り上げる方法を知ってるぞ。
絶対に先に行かしてはならん。汚い手だろうが何をしても構わない。絶対に止めろ。あの影だ。歩くレクイエムの足元の影は俺から見てどう動き回ってもなぜかいつも同じ方向にある。あいつの影がレクイエムの矢とその秘密だ。この影はその人間個人個人が見る影なのだ。影があるのなら自分だけの光がどこかにあるはずだ。この影を取り除けば矢は手に入るはずだ。光は己の精神の背後だ。このディアボロが矢を手に入れ、これはまさか。
あんたが見つけたんだ、レクイエムの破壊の仕方を。個人個人の自分の精神の背後にあるこの何かを壊せばいいらしいな。俺のを完全に破壊すれば暴走したスタンドレクイエムの能力は消滅して入れ替わった全ての謎は全て元に戻る。
Yeah, I'm not getting a whole lot from any of this. I'm trying to like piece it together how the anime did it, and I'm like, it was confusing on both ends, but this especially when you're not getting like the full picture, it's a little weird too. But yeah, this was at the point where Bucciolati did die.
俺はそうなるべきだったところに戻るだけなんだ。元に戻るだけ。ただ元に。
ブチャラティ。やったぜ。さすがブチャラティだ。かなり際どかったが、これでみんな助かるぜ。ジョルノが矢を掴んでいる。レクイエムの次に矢を支配するのはジョルノだ。ゴールドエクスペリエンシャー。
これはバカだ。矢がこいつに吸い付いて、やばい。とどめだ。ジョルノ・ジョバーだ。
And then Gold Experience got very ugly.
レクイエムだ。あれはジョルノのレクイエム。
ゴールドエクスペリエンスレクイエムは
矢のパワーの先に行ったわ。真実から出た真の行動は決して滅びはしない。そしてお前の行動が真実から出たものなのか、それとも上っ面だけの邪悪から出たものなのか。あんたは滅びずにいられるのかな、ボス。
矢を支配するのはこのディアボロだ。お前には死んだことを後悔する時間をも与えん。
It's weird looking. Also, everybody's dying. Yeah, I mean, well, this is like the big climax of the story, so it's kind of how it goes, I guess. Defeat Diavolo. This is the final battle. Alright. Cool. How long can you avoid destruction?
このディアボロだ。以前変わりなく命はもらった。ここまでだ。キングクリムゾン。いい気になるな。
Don't seem to be having any additional powers with Gold Experience Requiem.
後悔する時間をも与えん。
Oh.
あんたは果たして滅びずにいられるのかな。
Okay, Gold Experience Requiem can beat the time skip, so that's cool.
いい気になるな、ジョンのジョバーナ。お前には死んだことを後悔する時間をも与えん。キングクリアのオールデイエクスペリエンス。
Okay. It's been a while since we've controlled. Well, I guess not, because we did the Green Day fight. But I don't know. I guess it's been a while since I played, because I don't remember how to control his powers. Oh, that was the thing I was missing during the son of a bitch. All right. Well, at least we beat that last level. But that was the thing I was missing during the fight with Silver Chariot Requiem. Was I wasn't summoning the stand out. I forget that that was a state that you had to activate. Do I still get iframes? Oh, yes, I do. That sucks for you. Shit. Alright. You have to, like, call it, though. Oh, shit. Still getting attacked, too. Yeah, I'm not gonna be making this one. I don't think. Unless I get another secret factor, but I doubt that's gonna happen.
真実から出た誠の行動は決して滅びはしない。
Yeah, long range attack he does. Shit.
いい気になるな、ジョルノ・ジョバーナ。お前には死んだことを後悔する時間を与えん。
He hurt himself for like a second, but then that was it. Yeah, just walk right into it, that's fine. the wrong move. Damn it, too late. Ooh. You know, I held on for a pretty long time. We got his health down like 3/4, so that wasn't terrible. If only I had something a little more long range. That attack does a shitload of damage. That one, good thing he doesn't use it too often.
滅びずにいられるの。どうした？
いい気になるんだ、ジョルノ・ジョバーナ。お前には死んだことを後悔する時間をも与えん。
Oh, I'm rolling. Oh shit! I love that you can get iframes on the rolls still, though, even though, and it's like it lasts even longer. Ooh, last second there. Huh? Shit. I'm not doing as good this time around. Although, I will say that last time I did a lot of my damage while I was pretty damn low on health, so. Because this is just like less space for me to work with. Is he talking about phlegm vomiting? Right into it.
わけにはいかない。ここで引いた帝王の誇りが失われる。
Ooh, too bad. Oh shit. What the hell? Oh, that sucks.
どうした？
この便器に吐き出されたタンカスどもが。
Alright, well that didn't go according to plan.
Oh, 俺がここで逃げるわけにはいかない。ここで引いた帝王の誇りが失われる。
There we go. Had to do like a little wombo combo there. Get in on the action with Giorno and Gold Experience Requiem. Ugh, it's so ugly.
お前はどこへも向かうことはない。特に真実に到達することは決して。
このガキが！
And then he just fell in the river.
ついに一体何をやったのか俺にはよく見えなかったし分からなかったが、とにかくボスのキングクリムゾンをついに倒した。
でもちょっと待って、どこかに浮かんできてる。あいつの死体は確認しないと安心できない。
いや、探す必要はない。すべてはもう終わっている。奴はもうどこへも向かうことはない。特に奴が真実に到達することは決して。
I wonder if they're gonna show what
無限に終
happens.
わりのないのが終わり。それが
Trish looks so dumb in this game. She always has this lost expression. Oh yeah, they will. Okay.
かろうじてまだ俺はい生きてるぞ。なんとか。だが何だったのだあのレクイエムは。一体今はこの排水溝だ。この中に逃げるのだ。
このダボが俺っちのコートをギロ立てソワさせねえぞ。
なんだと？なんだってこんなバカ。
Shanked by a crackhead. Yep.
立てない。誰かこんなことが。
So the mighty Diavolo perishes.
こんなところで俺はディアボロだぞ。こんなやつに。夢か。
は夢を見ているのか。だがまただ。ここは一体今何時で、ここはどこだ。ローマじゃないようだが、俺は確かローマのティベレ川にいて、あの想像を絶する苦痛は夢にしては。おいこら、なんなんだこれは。さっきから
I don't remember the dog.
まさかこれはあのゴールドエクスペリエンスレクイエムの。
うずくまっておじちゃんお腹痛いの？
俺は何回死ぬんだ。次はどこからいつ襲ってくるんだ。俺は俺のそばに近寄るな。
Well, that's the end of that chapter. Killed him off like a nobody. Was it a dream? What the fuck's happening? Yeah, Snake gets it. Never-ending death, basically.
おい、急ごうぜ。コロッセオに戻るんだ。ブチャラティも魂は戻ったが肉体は負傷してる。コロッセオで俺たちがどうなったか気持ちが似たってるはずだ。行くぞジョルノ。俺コロッセオに行くんだよ。ブチャラティを治療して故郷に帰ろうぜ。
あ、行こう。今行くよ。
それでいい、ジョルノ。気にするな、ジョルノ。
Nope.
俺たちがここ
Come
ま
the
で到
credits.
達したことが完全なる勝利なのだ。これでいいんだ、すべては。運命とは眠れる奴隷だ。俺たちはそれを解き放つことができた。それが勝利なんだ。
ミスター・ジョルノ、私を置いてゆくな。君らに置いていかれたらここ
I forgot about the turtle. Come on.
何日かかるかわからない。
ポルナレフかよ。生きてたのか。でも精神の入れ替わりが元に戻ったんなら、あんたの魂は、つまり亀とその。
俺の肉体はすでに死んだよ。だがこの亀のスタンドの中にしがみつくことができた。幽霊としてしばらく亀の中に住まわせてもらうことにしたよ。
おいしかしあんたが元気だったのはめでたいんだがよ。まだ終わりじゃねえ。コロッセオにブチャラティの傷を治しに行くんだ。
ブチャラティ、彼の魂は確か空に向かって登ってい。そうか、彼らは知らなかったのか。
去ってしまった者たちから受け継いだものはさらに先に進めなくてはならない。この矢は破壊しない。
矢は亀の中にしまえ。それでいい、ジョルノ。それが生き残った者の役目だ。行こうか、コロッセオに。
I was gonna say, they have to show the golden wind part, right? It kind of sucks that he's wearing like a dark outfit now, because it kind of made it impactful when he had like the all black suit at the end of the series. After he was wearing like this big, bright purple flamboyant outfit. Oh boy, that was it. And they wrapped up the credits all during the cinematic sequence, so I can't even like talk over credits or anything like that, which is unfortunate because that's what I usually do. But hey, that was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind. or Vento Aro, Part 5. That was pretty good in some cases. This was a huge step up from the Phantom Blood game, which is weird because this came out like 6 years prior, as we've discussed. But yeah, I think this feels more like a JoJo game, whereas the Phantom Blood game felt like a beat 'em up with, just a JoJo skin. Now that might be indicative of, Phantom Blood as a part in and of itself. A lot of people criticize Phantom Blood for being, just Hokuto no Ken with, just the vampires. So it's part 1 of JoJo is fairly derivative, and maybe that shines through with the game, but I didn't feel as engaged with the Phantom Blood game as I did with this one. This one obviously was really, really challenging for one, but it was so unique. Like, I don't know that I've played another game that was quite like this, because it did such a great job at replicating the stands and the concept of the stands and, fighting stand users. The whole stand thing, this is probably the best game adaptation of that I've ever seen or played. Even with the fighting games. I mean, the fighting games are fun and everything, but, you have all the same basic movesets and everything. With this one, yeah, you kind of have the same basic movesets, but everything does, all the stands work so differently, and the objectives are all so different between mission to mission. It really is unique. And it's kind of a shame that they didn't end up doing any more games in this particular style, because I think, I don't know, it would have been fun. They got it so right this first time around, and then they went and made Phantom Blood, and then that one just, it's a beat 'em up. It's okay, but it wasn't anywhere near as unique, and I'm gonna say as fun as this one was. This game wasn't great, it wasn't like the best thing I've ever played, but it was so unique and different that I feel like it kind of stands out on its own. Also, that's weird. They do the GIO, whereas with the rest of the game, they do the JO for JoJo. So, I don't know, I'm getting mixed signals here. And like with the visual style, I'm impressed that, it must be from the original comic, like how well those were drawn and written out. I'm just impressed that this game came out like a decade or more, like a decade and a half maybe, before the anime adaptation came out for Golden Wind. And they're so similar to each other in a lot of different ways, where you wouldn't think like a decade apart they would be. A lot of the voices sound like really spot on, and like I said, maybe that's just because the characterizations were so strong that they came across that way. But the voices are the same. A lot of the visual details, just the world, how it's built, it looks and feels like it did in the anime that came out later. Maybe the anime, when they were making it, those people at David, maybe they looked at this game and said, hey, let's try to recreate some stuff in the game, because they've already done half the work for us. Who knows? It's a possibility. But I don't know. I guess I just would probably choose to believe that the original works with the comics and everything was just done so well and so vividly that, these two adaptations are so strikingly similar to each other just because of how well, they had with the source material, how well that was laid out for them. But it's an impressive piece of work. All the voices, like I said, sound just like they did 10 years later, and it's pretty impressive that this game was fully voiced. Visual style, obviously, that's going to be the strongest thing that takes a resemblance from the original source material, but this game looks pretty sharp. Doesn't look as good. That's the one thing I will say with the Phantom Blood game that was far superior, was the visual style. That game looked great, even on PS2. They had done a real good job of adapting the style of the original manga into video game format. This one almost gets there, but I feel like, I don't know, sometimes it looks a little too off. Like I was saying with Trish in particular, with her goofy looking face and all that. Music was real good. They reused a lot of tracks, but yeah, Can't really beat out the anime soundtrack, but this does a good job of sounding unique. It gives you that real Italian, Venezian kind of feel too with its instrumentation. So they did a good job with that. The only thing I will say is that like this game is really only for people that have ever read or watched Golden Wind, because they skip so much. They skip like battles and fights with certain people. They skip little details. I forget what it was last stream, but I was talking about like they were moving around and skipping about the story, and it's like there was a lack of motivation for them to be doing things because of some of the stuff they skipped out. So it's like when you're already familiar with it, you can sort of piece together in your head what's going on. But anybody that's just seeing this for the first time, if they were just playing the game for the first time and they're trying to follow it as a story, not always going to make sense. There's a little bit too much skipping around, and I guess I understand in a sense, because you don't want to do all the cutscenes for it and all the voice work, and it just would end up being too much effort at the end of the day. But still, yeah, that's got to be the weakest aspect. But for what they did cover, I mean, they covered it all from what I could tell fairly accurately. It's just that they just skipped over too much stuff. So yeah, it's just one of those things. Sacrifice of making an adaptation of something that already exists. You can't always do it 100%, but I feel like they could have made a little bit more of an effort to try to fill in some of the blanks. But at the same time, I mean, I felt like that would have cut into the pace of the game, similar to how it did with Phantom Blood, because you'd play for 5 minutes, and then in Phantom Blood you'd play for 5 minutes, and then you'd have like 20 minutes worth of cutscenes. This is pretty slick. They never showed these animations anywhere in the actual game. What a shame. But yeah, I still felt like as a game it worked out pretty well, pacing and everything wise. It was pretty good. So I'm happy I played it. I do think it was a fun game, and yeah, I kind of wish that they had adapted some of the other parts. I think something like Stardust Crusaders or Battle Tendencies would have been great, as a sort of action adventure type game. But I don't know, maybe someday we'll get something like that. I know, what the hell's the name of it? The one game that's on the PS4, I can't think of the name of it now, but there's something. It's real fan servicey. There's a lot of crossovers between like generations that shouldn't be crossing over. But that one's kind of like an action type game. It's sort of, from what I've seen, gives me vibes of like this in some regards. So I don't know. That might be fun. Maybe that'll be something I check out at some point. But it is an original story, so usually those tend to suck. But yeah, we might see some more JoJo in the future. Maybe they'll make a real cool game at some point. Who knows? It's always time. I've been seeing a lot of manga anime adaptation games come out of late, so never played any of them, but I know there was stuff for like Berserk recently, and Fist of the North Star, and I don't know. I guess those are the only two I could think of, but still, it's something. So it's a possibility. Could see some more JoJo stuff in the future. Would be nice. I'm just waiting to see like what all these animations are gonna end up being. Well, we got Narancia and Aerosmith. But anyway, I think that's about it. All I have to say for this game. Would only recommend it for people that are familiar with Golden Wind, because otherwise you're gonna be lost and not know what to do. Oh, another thing too, I was thinking about it. It's so hilarious because some of the fights that you get to play in, like you're playing as a Baccio, and his stand Moody Blues is not a combat stand. Like his stand ability, which I don't think you even get to see in the game. Like maybe for a brief moment when he's trying to find the boss from, the recording. But like his stand ability is that it replays events that happened in the area. And I guess he could fight a little bit with it, but when you play as him in the game, it's like, let me use the stand ability, and then it just starts like recording. And you're like, what the hell? What's going on here? What am I supposed to do with this? You're not supposed to do anything. It's very accurate, it's accurate to the source material, but it is not good from a gameplay perspective. But I mean, I guess that's part of the fun. And they know it too, because during that battle, you only have to bring the health bar down, what, like 10-20%, something like that. So, I mean, it's another one of those things that's super unique. I don't think any other, like, in this day and age, no other game dev would ever do something like that. Would put you in that bad of a position where you just have the shittiest ability and you have to do a combat mission with it. Yeah, I feel like not a whole lot of people would be willing to take some types of risks like that, but this game did it. And it's memorable for me, because that was a really shitty moment, but I thought it was funny in hindsight. So, I don't know. It's a unique game. Very, very unique. And, yeah, I guess in line with that, it's fun. Oh, good, we get to see about you. Waltzing out here. Yeah, there he is. Speak of the devil. Can replay an individual's actions up to the present moment as if it were a recorded video. During its replay, the stand cannot defend itself or attack. Yep. And you can't do anything with it when you're trying to fight some guy that's in a mirror. So, it's pretty fun. Well, that only ended up taking about an hour, which is about how much time I thought it was going. Like, well, I didn't even think it was going to take that long, because I thought I'd be redoing the missions over and over and over again. But no, I wasn't. So, give me a sec. We'll play a little bit of Ghost of Tsushima for a minute. But yeah, that'll wrap up for JoJo. And like I said, maybe at some point we can come back to a JoJo game. Eyes of Heaven, that's the one I was thinking of. So yeah, maybe at some point we can come back to a JoJo game of some sort. But I think for right now, there's not too much else. I mean, I have the All-Star Battle Royale game, but that's just a fighting game. There's not really like a story or anything. It's kind of, I don't know, sort of lame. So... but anyway, I'm going to BRB for a minute, get the PS5 ready, we'll switch over to Ghost of Tsushima, and yeah, be right back.